The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. The remarkable story of our little province has been captured in lots of different ways, in yarns and tales, in music and poetry and pictures, and in many fine island history books. Among those books, and perhaps my favourite of them all, is Ed MacDonald's If You're Strong-Hearted. The title, of course, is borrowed from a Milton Acorn poem of the same name. Ed's book is a really beautifully written account of the cultural, economic, social, and political story of Prince Edward Island up until the turn of this century. And in doing some research recently, I revisited the book and I was reminded of what a fantastic read If You're Strong-Hearted is, and what a singular, rich and bold history our province has written of itself. If I were to chronicle the history of our current government, my working title may well be If You're Faint-Hearted, because on every major issue and each time when vision and decisiveness and courage were called for, indecision, dithering, and weakness prevailed. Last week, in debate over our province's failure to meet the challenge of affordability, our Premier threw up his hands and told us that he is powerless and that we are a little defenseless island in a great big world. Well, the issue of our exploding cost of living and other issues like access to housing and healthcare have gotten considerably worse during the tenure of this administration over the last 4 years. The gift of jurisdiction we have as a sovereign province provides us with a wide array of possibilities and powers to meet virtually any challenge. To a far greater extent than almost anywhere else our size, using the tools at our disposal, we can chart our own course. We can choose the future that we prefer. Of course, we will always be subject to the buffeting of the often unkind winds of globalism, and we will never be entirely independent of such forces, but we're certainly not impotent either. And if our spirited history tells us nothing else, it speaks of the pride in islandness and the gutsy self-reliance of this special place. Islanders are indeed, as Milton Acorn suggests, strong-hearted, and they deserve a government with the same attitude. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.